Just showing off a little bit of the work that I do. Got an order in for a couple of grime guards. One is this super cute. It's like Sugar Skull kitty cats. It's super cute. This is a very popular print. If I can get it to open, which is difficult for me for some odd reason. It's a little forest and it's got little orange foxes. I've had a gray version and a green version. The gray version, I think, had pink cats on it. And the green version had pink cats. Green version didn't sell as much. Gray version sold pretty well. This version is selling pretty well. It's a really pretty color. But yeah, I have that, and then here's the elastic for them, and as you can see, the elastic gets pins in it, and then this will get pins in it, and then it'll get pinned all the way around. And yeah, then when you're sewing along, sewing in a zigzag, you have to stretch the elastic as you're sewing. To stretch the elastic as you're sewing, so that between here and here matches the distance between here and wherever the pin is at. It's a sort of advanced sewing technique, but it's what I do to create the style and type of grime guards that I do make and create. They hopefully, I mean, from everything I know, should last longer. They should be a little bit better quality than just sewing a channel, which is what most grime guards are. Sew a channel, and then you thread the elastic through, and then you have to take the ends of the elastic and sew the two ends together, and hope that the two ends don't come apart. The elastic is also specifically sized so that hopefully there is little to no stretch when it is on the Q-snap. So yeah, I put a lot of thought into designing these when I first thought about creating grime guards, and just something I tend to like to do is just, you know, try to improve whatever I'm making and try to use a little bit more advanced sewing techniques and stuff just to be able to provide the best possible product. But that is how those are going along. I should have these pinned up tonight, and then tomorrow morning I will probably sew them up, and then they'll be shipped out probably tomorrow. Possibly the day after, but probably tomorrow. I need to go to the store, so I'll probably drop them off when I go to the store. But yeah, thought I'd do that little quick update. And, well, there'll be another one about something. Who knows what? Here in a sec. All pinned. Ready to go. They're in this plastic tub. Come over here. There's my sewing machine. I'll set those right there. Grab the pins. I'm bumping into things. And set them over on the side. And we are all ready for tomorrow. Okay, gonna show you my mostly mess here going on right now. Decided to decorate this up a little bit. I'm painting in the edges here, and then I'm gonna put contact paper over this so that when I do videos it doesn't look like I live in squalor. I basically do, but I just recently rearranged in there and pulled stuff out and did all that fun stuff. Woo! Make the camera go on. Sorry. I also just realized, focus, that there's a little lip edge there that needs to be painted in. So I'm going to do that, and maybe I will set up a little tripod with this going and do like a little time lapse. It's not going to take me but a few minutes to paint that. It's more of, can I get paper or whatever underneath so that it's, you know, not getting paint on the carpet. Because, you know, owners don't appreciate that. Anywho, yeah, we'll see if we get that time lapse in. If not, then I'll either show you progress or finished product. So see you in a sec. Okay, I don't know if you're actually going to be able to hear me. If you can, I'll leave this. If not, then it will definitely go into a like time lapse. So yeah, this should only take a couple of minutes, but I figured since I'm trying to do the studio vlog thing that maybe I'd actually try talking, because hey, I come across a lot of studio vlogs and all they do is put on music and occasionally put in some little subtitle thingies, and oh my god, it's annoying. You know, I like studio vlogs if they talk, because I like to listen while I work, but so many of them are just them working with some music, and I guess a lot of people watch them. I am not one of those people. Oh, I don't know if you're stuck seeing me, or hopefully I don't block the view. We'll try to keep myself from doing that. But you can actually see the work, which, yes, I know I'm not doing properly. And yes, I don't really care. This is on the ground, and nobody will really see it. But I'm getting the contact paper today with my store pickup. And no, it doesn't have to be perfect. I just need this one particular section covered. And I will actually go in once it dries, which does not take very long, and scrape it away, because the contact paper is light. Again, sorry if my face is in the shot. Not the prettiest thing in the world, but hey, it's mine. And if it's not in the shot, I don't think it is. Consider yourself lucky. Yeah. But tomorrow, my Grime Guard Club opens. And this past week, orders have like slowed down to like half of what they were. So now I'm questioning whether anybody will even sign up. Seemed like they would. It's like, oh yeah, I got a good amount of customers, got a lot of return customers, and I am getting no engagement on social media about it, and nobody has said anything. Nobody has shown any interest. And that's the thing, I specifically designed it so it wasn't just a Grime Guard Club, So it was like a typical Patreon that you might sign up for with somebody's YouTube channel. And I made an interactive tier that is just that. Just watching Stitch with me videos and just interacting with other people, because I felt like Grime Club just wasn't enough. Now that I'm clear over here, you might not be able to hear me at all. We'll check it and see. But yeah, that is that. And so, I don't know. Grime Club might be a bust. It is. Well, nothing I can do about it. Seemed like fun. Start the Patreon, get to meet some people that love cross stitch. But I am an oddball. I am very much an oddball. And the things that interest me interest very few other people. And the things that interest other people don't seem to interest me. I am the odd one out. I will always be the odd one out. I do this in hopes of finding that one other random person in this world that is the odd one out. You probably can't see from there, but yes, this has slightly lighter spots, so I'm just filling in a little bit more so that it's nice and dark, because the others I did 2 coats on. And this I'm not going to, because I'm lazy. Anyways, gonna end this little segment here. It is what it is. See you in a sec. Okay, I'm just wanting to show off my little bit of playing around. I got in this way resin to try and fiddle around with. This is not what I'm actually planning on doing. I'm planning on making needle minders, and I have molds that are coming in. Should be tomorrow, I believe. That's what I intend to use. But this was just something I picked up and thought I'd fiddle around with and try and play with. Some of them have been seeping out. Others have actually done okay. But others are seeping out and will be probably of absolutely no use to me. Not that I really anticipated any of these to be of actual use to me. I just wanted to play with like the color on the back and seeing what it's like when I turn it over, which I won't be able to do till tomorrow. But I'll try and remember to show you how that turns out. That one's not going to be any good. That one's not going to be any good. That one I might be able to salvage. That one should be okay. That one I think should be okay. That one should be okay. That one, yeah, that one won't be okay. Maybe salvage, but I don't think that'll be okay. That one should be okay. Yeah, it was just something I was playing around with. Didn't really anticipate all of them working. Well, wasn't really sure if they'd work or not, to be honest. Was just, like I said, playing around, kind of seeing how the stuff worked, practicing with mixing. This also gave me an idea if I mix correctly. This stuff mixes at a 1:1 ratio, and I made 2 ounces and used all of about half an ounce, maybe. So the rest of it went away. I didn't have anything else to do with it. I was going to do something with it, and I forgot. But, yeah, I didn't have anything set up to do with it anyways, so it is what it is, right? So, we'll see how this goes. Just getting a feel for it. Honestly, I anticipate going through the vast majority of this before I even hit a point in which I've created needle minders that I would consider actually selling in my shop. And we're just gonna make stuff and put it up in hopes that it is worthwhile. Nope. That's what I am doing right now. I'm doing the practicing, I'm doing the learning, I'm doing the trying out different things and figuring out exactly where I want to go with it and what types of designs I want to put into the mold, and if I want to be working with, you know, color, or if I'm looking more for clear with the, you know, things like glitter and shells and dried flowers and stuff like that, if I'm wanting to go in that sort of direction, which I don't really think I am. Definitely going to work with it, because, hey, that's how you learn how those things work. But, yeah, the plan really is to try and fiddle with it and see what I can come up with and where my mind goes with it, and decide what I want to do with it, where I want to go with it, and start coming up with something that's hopefully somewhat unique, because I just don't like doing the designs just like everybody else. And while I definitely see the need for like a mold and stuff like that, of course, yeah, a lot of just kind of figuring out how to create a design in the manner that I want, the way that I want. So that is that update. Hopefully tomorrow they will dry. They might not dry till the day after tomorrow. Yeah, that's a possibility. Its drying time is something like 24 to 48 hours, I think is what it says. So yeah, we will see, but I will pull them up when they are dry, and we will see together what the color actually does on the other side. And you'll actually see, because these are little bits of wood, so you'll see the design on the other side. You can kind of see, like, this suctioned down quite a bit because so much of the resin came out. So yeah, we'll turn them over and see what they look like, and I'm guessing that'll probably be the next video, so I'll see you in a sec. Okay, I've peeled these off, and these are the backs of them, so we're going to turn them over and see how things have turned out. Well, that one may have way too much of the wood to get anything from. See, you need something more like that. Not a huge fan of the colors. The colors look cool here. On the back side of the resin, they're horrible. This has gone through. That's blah. That's just blah. That I'm pretty sure is blah as well. Yeah, the colors are the resin on this side, and it leaked through. Lots of leaking through the resin parts, probably because it was leaking out the bottom. They're still a little sticky, so yeah, yuck. These ones, I like the coloring with these better. A little bit better. It's more simplified coloring, I think, works. Ooh, the wood. This one was stuck down a lot better because there's a lot of the regular wood color, not the resin soaked. That one wouldn't be too bad, but I'd much rather there not be resin in the little center pieces. That's not so good. That one. See, too many bits going through, like this one, but The lighter seems to allow to see it better. This one just is too dark. The lighter isn't as bad. This one, I think this one's less, oh yeah. Oh, not bad, not bad. Need some coloring there to darken up the wood. Not horrible at this point, other than this one you can tell is the one that stuck down the best and the most. Didn't have resin, you know, seeping out. They're still tacky, they're still a little sticky, so yeah, these are probably just gonna be tossed because these are, but I might try and fiddle with a couple of these ones and wait until they, because they're still tacky, they're still sticky, so I might wait until they fully harden and then fiddle around a little bit with like sanding and buffing and stuff and seeing what comes up with them after that. These two at least. Maybe this one, still a little tacky. Maybe I could cut off these edges real quick so that they dry without our sides. I don't think I want to do anything with those ones. Yeah, maybe I'll fiddle with one of these. This one, because it doesn't seem to have stuff seeping through. Maybe I'll fiddle with that one and see if, you know, sanding and buffing makes the color look any better, though. I kind of feel like it's not going to. And the color didn't blend like it was supposed to. Anywho, we will go with that, and maybe in a couple days I'll show you where I got to. See you in a sec. Just wanted to show this off. Picked up some fabric that'll go in next month's update. Ordered a yard. Pretty standard. This is the end of my desk. Got some boxes right there. And there we go. And there we keep going. And there it is, hanging off the end of my desk. In case you're curious, my desk is 47 inches long. It is bumped up right here. There's extra on that end. I don't remember what seller I got this from. I got it on Amazon. Keep a lookout for it. This seller has no clue what a yard is. Gonna keep them in my favorites. Anyways, maybe I'll be back with a little bit of resin. Hold on a second. Okay, so sorry I didn't show you this. My molds came in. I was a little excited, but these have been drying. I played with one of them, and yeah, it still needs some work on some of the edges, which does not look like I'm completely showing you, but that's the way it turns out when it's been sanded and buffed a little bit. Like I said, this still got some little spots that need sanding again. Looks okay. There was one spot here that the paint stuff that I used came through. I want to run across this one because I think that one will turn out cool looking. As you can see right now, the problem is this one. Let's see if I can get it centered. Can you see that? There's bubbles in there. That's okay, I don't plan on selling it. But I am thinking of turning it into a needle minder for myself because I like this one. But didn't touch this one. And haven't touched this one. Still don't know. I just don't like the way the colors went. But again, I don't know what it's going to look like after it gets like polished. It could just be sanded, like sanded and polished. Could just be a weird little thing. It's still not. You don't want it. You want the colors to blend somewhat, which it definitely did not. See, those are the colors I used. How did it end up with that? That's really pretty much true to colors to what I see. So, I don't know. But molds came in, as you can tell. They have been curing, or is that what it's called? Drying? No, curing. Curing is the correct word. It even says so on my box. Look. 24 hours curing time. I was right. That happens rarely. Here's an arm. Sorry. Anyways, it has been more than 24 hours. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop these out. Some of these have glitter, so they're going to be a little wonky. They're designed like this one with this layer thing, and then you're supposed to take this piece and put it into this one and fill again. Same way with these ones. And this one I just did solid. These ones, most of these that I did, that are the partials that you're supposed to do the second half with, ended up a little overly full. They are like bubbled up, not bubbled up, they're overly full. They're not flat the way they should be, so they're not going to sit in here correctly. So in order to put those in here and do the second layer, I'm gonna have to like sand them down, flatten them off. So we'll see how that goes. This one is just got glitter in it. This one has a little design in it, which I don't know if I actually have that. These are just blue colored ones. Most of these are just blue colored ones. This one uses, I just dropped the paint in. I didn't mix it in, or the color. Yeah, no, this one, it was paint. I just dropped paint in and didn't mix it in or anything like that to create color. So we're gonna see how that turns out, what that looks like on the other side. This one fits in there. This one is kind of weird. It was just left over, so it's not completely full. So don't know about that. These ones actually have, well, this one obviously has glitter. This one has some little confetti pieces in it, and they've got like butterfly sticker things or like die cuts in them. So we're gonna pop all these things out and see how they turn out. How's that sound? Okay. This one, 2 of them are overfilled. This one's fairly flat, so that one I can play with sooner rather than later. But yeah, I'm not sure about popping them out of these designed ones. You can probably see the like multiple layer deal thing, and that's how the pieces turned out. Not horrible, I don't think. Sadly, the lighting from my camera is better than the actual lighting in the corner in which I'm filming this. Sorry about that. It appears there was a bubble in a couple of these spots right there. So yeah, I don't know if I can show it very well. You can see the slight, I can if it focuses on it. Doesn't want to focus on it though. Right there, I think you can see the little bubble. But this piece will go in one of these, like that. And then that will get filled in with something. I don't know what at this point. So we will see. Let's pop out the other ones. These ones are gonna have to be fixed before I can like put them in here, because they're not, the bottoms aren't flat, they're rounded. I need the bottoms to be flat to put them in. And this one's a square one. Likewise, there's a little extra resin that kind of spilled out a little bit over there, so whoopsies. It mostly just wants to focus on my hand. Not sure if you're actually catching that or not. I feel like it's out of focus. It's got multiple. There we go. That one will be a square one. So there's those ones. I'm just going to set these two on top so I can fix those. What should we do next? I know, we're going to take out all these ones that are, we're not going to completely finish this. This one here, we're going to take out the other ones in a minute. There's that one. Again, the back needs some slight sanding. Doesn't now want to focus on this one for some reason. Well, it says I've been fiddling around with this for 8 minutes already. So yeah, we'll try and pick up the pace just a little bit. Just get these popped out. Plain solid one. Kind of cool. I feel like I could do something with that. Get some little metal pieces and wrap around or something. That would be cool. Here's the piece that goes in there. Is this one fairly flat? Fairly, but not quite. Pain in the butt. There's that piece. There's that one. Now we're going to go move on to the fun ones. This one is just fairly similar. I just fiddled with the paint a little bit. So let's see how that turned out. Really can't see. I think if I had a white background to hold this up to, we might be able to catch it a little bit more. I, however, do not have a white background to hold things up to. Let's see if this helps any. We'll see if I know how to tilt things so that you can see it in the camera. Focus. Get some focus. Can kind of see it. I probably need better lighting or an even more white background. It's hard to say. The lighting from my view is bad, to be honest. If I hold it up to the light, which I cannot do in this camera, sorry about that, you can see what's going on. It's nothing special. So yeah. Are we going to move on to some fun ones now, though? We'll move on to another one of these. Because this should be the last one. The other should be solid and basically at almost finished stage. This one has to have a second bit, so we'll pull it out first. here. That one is, and it was just brown glitter. And then we'll get something that's clear with maybe a slight hint of color, but that you can still basically see through. And match with that. It definitely needs a little bit of work. There's some extra resin that came out. So we'll fiddle with that a little bit and see where that one goes. Now these ones. This one had gold and a butterfly in it. The butterfly just barely fit in there, and this was really the only way that it fit in there. I can tell I don't really like the side deal with it. Like, it seems off to me. But I see what the glitter does and stuff. This one I'm interested in seeing what happens, because it's got this like clear confetti with it. And again, I couldn't center the butterfly, which I kind of don't mind on the circle. This one actually kind of like the confetti stuff. It's a little not flat on the back. These are definitely lighter weight. That one's not bad. Not minding that one. And the final one, this was initially glitter everywhere. What I was hoping to be able to accomplish in getting into resin, which is using leftover scraps of the fabric. I'm not quite sure I'm super thrilled. There's lots of little tiny bubbles in this guy. But it definitely needs some sort of darker backing on it. I put needs some edging done. I put a stiffener on the back, but the stiffener, when ironed, goes kind of clear. So, whoops. At least it don't break. But, yeah. Definitely not at this point something that is flawless for sure. It's, for some odd reason, appears to have glitter in it. That's lovely. Lots of tiny bubbles too. I don't know if I can... Look! Look at all the teeny tiny bubbles! It's very funny because my resin that I bought actually says bubble free. Bubble free in my butt. But I think these would be really cool if I could get the fabric to work. This is cut out the little guys with the trees and the little acorn all separately, and I tried putting them in kind of layers so that you'd kind of see them like stepping stone kind of a distance away, but they all kind of push together anyways, it appears. You can see how that top one actually, I don't know if it focuses. It was focusing for a second. Doesn't want to focus anymore. Okay, I give up. But you could see that that top layer was... There it is, there it is. Stay, camera. You can see how that bottom tree was actually originally more at that top layer. You can kind of get that impression looking at it. Anywho, that is my resin adventure so far. I think I'm going to try and get of these cleaned up and do any sanding and buffing that needs to be done. Get these pieces set up and into and mixed in with the other half. See how that turns out. And I will show them all to you when I am done, so you can see how they all turned out. Again, this is just me learning the craft and figuring out what I'm kind of wanting to do with it to create needle minders. If this is the direction I want to go, they're definitely much more lightweight than anticipated. And I think because they are pretty thick, like they're thick enough, I can actually make them a tad bit thinner. Like I don't have to fill these molds up all the way, and I think that'll be fine. I don't think they need to have that thickness for needle minders. But if that's working, and if this is the direction I want to go, I like this one. I think this is my fave. But these guys here, when I'm done with them, could end up being my faves. Who knows? The two-tone, two-color type stuff. Always down with that. So, yeah, we'll see how that turns out. And, yeah, I'll let you know. So, I'll be back in a sec with that. And here we are. I've fiddled around with. Pulled a lot of these guys out. You're supposed to see the layers of. See layers. Yeah. And some painting, fiddling didn't quite work or do what I expected it to. Not sure how this is actually supposed to work, but you can kind of see it on the side. So I have to actually do some research into that. This was just me playing with paint and what it does in the mold. Just kind of dripping it on and swirling it around and stuff. Which is kind of fun. Interesting effect. Good to know about. Yeah, more of the layering step things. Ah! Come back! Come back! That you really can't see. So, yeah. Don't ask me. And I tried to make another. This one's kind of cool. Because I played with the paint thingy again. Which would look really cool on this side if it wasn't so filled with bubbles. I tried another butterfly. For some odd reason, this butterfly, the tail decided to just, like, it was floating. I couldn't get it to stay down. I tried pushing it back down and it wouldn't. Floated back up. Bubbles, of course. But also changed to kind of funky color. It makes the resin almost look yellowish. Don't know what happened there. It's definitely not as cool as this one. This one turned out cool. This one, not so much. Which I don't think would have turned out that bad if it didn't get a weird color. So it's over here in the didn't make it sort of pile. These are my good ones. This one I painted the back just to kind of see how it would turn out. This is actually this fabric actually has a blue background, but it's not this color blue. But I didn't feel like taking the time to try and create a similar color. I just wanted to see what it would look like if I painted the background, which does help it a lot. The butterfly I like, the leaf I like, And this is the one that I actually like the way it turned out. It's supposed to be one of those step ones that'll focus enough so that you can see the steps. Doesn't seem to want to focus enough so that you can see the steps. Nope, can't get the camera to do that, sorry. And when I filled it, I had dropped the glitter on the bottom. Don't really care for it this way. Has a lot of bubbles right there. However, on this side, I actually quite like. And I definitely want to turn that into a needle minder for myself. Not one I think I'd sell. It's not quite the style I'm going for in my shop. But I want it for myself. And this one I want for myself, and I want to play around with more of these. I am going to purchase some alcohol ink because that does some really cool things with resin. And I want to fiddle with that and learn a little bit working with that. Seeing what I can accomplish with that. So, these are the okay ones. They're still not great, I will admit that. But those aren't the horrible ones. And this one. And this one. And this one. These three are my favorites. This one's just kind of... It's just an idea that I'm still playing with. That's why it's in the success pile. Those, not so successful. Anyways, I'm going to leave the vlog here. I will play with resin again here shortly after I get some alcohol ink and stuff like that. But for now, resin's going to be put up for a couple. And good for you not to constantly be worrying about resin fumes floating around. But yeah, ending the vlog here. We'll see how vlogs do, because I got my cross-stitch stuff on this channel. Doing the vlog separately so I can talk about my store stuff and stuff separately, so that cross-stitch stuff can stay just cross-stitch. We'll see how this goes. If you like what you see, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, do all the fun stuff. I don't think I ever introduced myself in this vlog. Sorry about that. I am Wendy. This is my introverted life. I run the Etsy shop J Sprays, which is cross-stitching supplies, mostly grime guards, also includes orc books. Hopefully someday soon. We'll include needle minders, and I've got even more plans. Just wanting to build up in all the cross-stitch supplies is really what I'm doing. Anyways, that'll be it for now, and I'll see you another time. Bye.